We at Max Wrestling pledge our allegiance to Chelsea Green. And before we even get to the bruv board, spoiler alert, 500 points.
Are you ready for the show? Are you ready? Are you ready for the show? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go, let's go, let's go!
I love it. That may not be enough. By the time we get there, we may have to adjust that number a bit. But welcome to Max Wrestling, as you should all pledge your allegiance to Chelsea Green. You're hanging out with the Captain Beer, and of course myself on the El Jefe on vacation. If you can't tell, the digs look a little bit different. Tonight, we're talking so much drama on SmackDown and Raw and Dynamite, because all these things show up. And we hear from both the Phoenix, Cypher, ahead of All for One next week.
Oh yeah, All for One is shaping up to be a banger, and also dive into NXT. And we're just 1 week away to go before All for One. We will reveal also the lineup for the promo Climax 4, which begins next week.
Ooh, there's drama everywhere in WWE and AEW and in Max this week. But before we get to that, let's start with the E. And I'll be honest, Raw is essentially a giant ass sponsor show. It's where all the celebrities get paid to sit in the crowd and pander to the Netflix cameras while they advertise their own shit that nobody really cares about. It's where all the executive input is blatantly obvious. But then SmackDown has become the quintessential WWE show. This, for me, has become the A show. There's better storylines, there's better pacing, there's so much less, hey, buy this shit, sponsors.
Oh, yeah.
Having said that, I did enjoy both shows this week, but I think I enjoyed SmackDown more.
As much as as much as CM Punk and Kevin Owens, I feel like we're kind of rinsing and repeating a little bit with that. I enjoy it. I don't know what's going on with Raw. I've had that. I wanted to say it was a luxury of having the ability to actually watch Netflix and be like, okay, yeah, I'll watch Raw. You took the words right out of my mouth. More advertisement placement than, the home shopping network here over in the States. You know what I mean? You want to buy this? Hey, look at this conversation we're having, but you want to buy that? No. Way too much of it. SmackDown is fun. Goddamn, Chelsea Green is awesome, though. I fucking love Chelsea Green so much. She just doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't give a fuck. And the fact of the matter that she's in there having, okay, we all know Gunther's not the greatest on the mic. Let's keep that nice and funky. But you went toe-to-toe with this cat like it was nothing. You know what I mean? And it's just, again, where the fuck's Michael Hayes at? Where he must be eating good, you know what I mean? Steak dinners all the time. You know what, Michael? This was a good idea, Michael. Because why didn't you do this sooner? Do you see how easy this is? Do you see how easy she's making this? I love this because it's simplistic, and simplistic 9 times out of 10 is going to work. She's over with the people. She knows how to talk. She knows how to carry herself. She doesn't give a fuck that she's got a broken orbital bone, and the black guy actually looks more of like a badge of honor. And it kind of reminds me of like back when Kurt Angle would look all just beat the dog shit and come out and like, I don't want to fight Kurt. Like, he looks mean. He looks like he just beat up people in the parking lot, and now he's like, and then remember when the 3 music would hit, it would skip 3 times and then start. That's how you know he fought people in the parking lot before he went out there.
If you heard that loop before Kurt Angle came out, you're fucked.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, this is, Chelsea Green's kind of given that aura. And it's, you know what, dude? SmackDown was desperate for it from somebody not named fucking CM Punk or Kevin Owens.
No, she did amazing in that segment. Her carrying that black eye, the whole presentation, the feeding off the energy from the crowd, her acting, even Nick Aldis too. He did great. The whole segment was amazing, and you know what? It was pulling on my heartstrings. I'm not gonna lie. I was fighting them back during that segment when Chelsea was just. It felt like she was pitching for her whole career in that moment.
Yep. Yes.
And I hope everybody was in the back going, holy fuck.
Mm-hmm. That's how you
I
do
don't think people realize how great Chelsea Green is, because if you saw her in Lucha Underground, great. She faced Penta.
Yeah,
And we know how great
Pentagon Dark.
Yeah, Pentagon Dark. Great in TNA. And I think she had a bit of a small run in NXT when she came to WWE initially. But people are finally seeing the real Chelsea Green. Excellent promo. Nick Aldis again. Nick Aldis was fantastic. And I gotta admit, I was about to put, well, somebody did something stupid. I was going to get the extra match ready. But then, obviously, she got the belt back. But Gunther was a prick. But he's a good prick. And then, obviously, Matt Cardona then comes down and obviously defends his wife's honor. Which he should.
He tried.
As he should.
As you should.
There you go. As he tried.
I loved it.
I may be
Excellent.
going out on a limb, but Nick calling her back and that pop from the crowd is probably up there with Daniel Bryan when he turned back on Bray Wyatt.
Oh, God, that crowd was amazing.
Same energy for me. I'm pretty sure the crowd was louder back in them days, but the Yes Movement was insane. But I felt that same energy of just like a turning point moment where you had the fans about to lynch you, and then you just drop the bomb, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what we want.
So
Give the people what
literally,
they want.
so they turned her from an absolute joke, because obviously they booked her literally like an idiot in
Yeah.
2004, 2025. And now they've turned her into probably the biggest babyface on SmackDown. And I hope Michael Hayes is eating humble pie as we speak. I'm thinking, hold that.
Yeah. Now you mentioned Punk and Owens. I did think this one was better than the first one. However, I did feel like maybe Punk went back or maybe they both went back and watched that Punk and Eddie Kingston promo that we were talking about, because it almost seemed to try and mirror it, but it wasn't quite the same. They did fire more shots and got, dropped more name drops without dropping names, referring to the Elite, which I did love. And, there's people out there going, oh, they can't keep WWE's names. That's where the history comes from. Or they can't keep AEW's names out of their mouth. That's where this history comes from. Everybody knows, or everybody should know, Owens is good friends with Kenny and the Bucks, and everybody knows about Brawl Out and how Punk left AEW. So obviously it was going to get referenced, and that's kind of what we wanted.
Are people like, that's the thing though? That's where I'm starting to be a bit questioning of WWE fans. Then again, I do this all the time anyway. Are you guys not like actually paying attention? Because when this whole fallout with Punk, granted that was, I forget how many years ago at this point, but eons, you know what I mean? Many moons ago, when all this went down, everybody was getting, oh wait, of course Kevin knows these guys, of course Kevin this, of course, PWG, Ring of Honor, all these connections, of course they're going to eventually, there's going to be said connection. And the fact that they're fucking, oh, I don't remember that, or just playing dumb to it is extremely annoying. This one, that's why I said the repeat at the beginning of this whole thing, because why do we have to copy Eddie Kingston? Why do we feel like that? I understand that standoff, that promo was so fucking good, and it was because of the originality of Eddie Kingston
And how organic it was.
That too.
Oh,
Kevin is definitely on that level as far as like a straight shooter. You know what I mean? He can bring up the names. The ruthlessness of his promos, if you will, if you want to fucking label it. But it's just, I feel like they have to get that reaction. We have to be better than Eddie Kingston and CM Punk. This has to be better. And you want to know what? It can be. And and I hate to break it to you fucks. You're ready for it to go full circle? It has to be with the Elite involved. It has to.
Oh, definitely.
Like that's the thing. Yes, you can make the dumb Eddie Kingston. You know, everybody in the locker room thinks you're an asshole, right, or whatever. I won't. They won't say it, but I will. Okay, fine, whatever. Eddie Kingston said it. You basically said it 2 weeks in a fucking row. Use the Bucks. Use Kenny. Use the PWG. Use Ring of Honor. Use all of that because that's where your history really is. And yes, it keeps going in this circle, and we're gonna keep hearing fans about how AEW can't keep whatever.
Obviously, Mo having the technical difficulties on location, but you know what? He's got the point, right? You know, the history between Punk and Kevin Owens does stem back to the Indies, and it does involve the Elite. But, like, they didn't directly say the names, like I said. It was more of a, if you know, you know kind of thing, where Punk said, be specific, name names, and Kevin's just like, oh, it's not the three guys you're thinking of. Which then got me thinking, oh, who else is Kevin friends with that doesn't like Punk?
As Mo very well said, it could be better than Punk and Eddie Kingston. But Eddie Kingston's promos, obviously with it being a New Yorker, it just sounds real when Eddie Kingston was literally dropping bombs. But I did enjoy the segment. Shame that there was no Cody and Randy. If there was a Cody and Randy to go with it, obviously we'll touch on that in the end. But yeah, SmackDown so far, well, it's getting there, but they still need to work on obviously the length of matches because obviously 5 things were cut from the show, which was very disappointing.
So the segments they cut were, there was a Page segment,
Yes.
There was a Nakamura segment. What else did they cut?
Julia and Blake Monroe. But I think with the giveaway of the ticking time bomb, I think we are going to come to know that it is going to be Takahashi that's going to be Nakamura's partner. I didn't initially think it was going to be Bella, but I think Takahashi, if you've not seen him wrestle, I think Takahashi's good. And everyone's all saying he brings a cat with him into the ring. I'm thinking, you've never seen the guy wrestle. And the guy can fucking go. We saw him in AEW. Was it Kyle Fletcher he faced last year at Forbidden Door?
Yeah, but I remember Takahashi from way before his neck injury. And the first time I saw him, I thought he was awesome. And even after the injury, you know, he's still obviously not been quite the same as he was because it was a very serious injury. And, you know, we thought he was never going to wrestle again. But he's still great. He can still go. And he does have a lot of history with Nakamura back in Japan. But I don't really understand why they cut all these segments from SmackDown when they had time to fit all these fucking ads in. And it's not like they were just throwaway segments. Like, we haven't seen any continuation with Paige, well, apart from one Nikki Bella segment. We haven't seen any continuation between Nikki and Paige since the turn at SummerSlam. Blake Monroe, she got called up seems like fucking forever ago. Still hasn't wrestled, so her first match is going to be next week. And obviously, if you didn't see that segment, then you're not going to know about it.
People just probably find out just after the show, and it's like, why? They've got so many commercials, and you haven't got 2 minutes to fit in this Page promo. Because people are going to think now, oh, what's the story going to go into? Probably, if it's going to be at Sunday night's main event, you're going to have Paige and Nikki Bella. Then they're thinking, where's the build? Where's the heat? But they love their adverts.
Yeah. SmackDown did end with a fucking, not even a 30-second match because Sammy never made it to the ring because Randy jumped Cody. Now, the stipulation was if Sammy won that match against Cody, he'd be added to Punk and Owens. So, unfortunately, the bell never rang, so it wasn't even a DQ. So Sammy got robbed again.
Continuation of the character. WWE made sense there. And I think with the whole thing with Sami Zayn, I know Cody Rhodes, he's so much better without the belt.
Yeah, we said it last week. He's I don't know if it's just fatigue from him having the belt so much that when he finally drops it, we're just like, oh, thank fuck. Or if he is just genuinely a better character when he doesn't have a championship around his waist. But he is so much more entertaining. It's less tiresome seeing Cody when he doesn't have the belt and he can just lash out. Like he said last week against Randy, he doesn't have to be the good guy anymore.
That's the thing I always keep my eye on, because I don't know whether he's going to turn ill. Obviously, we got the match at Sunday night's main event. Looking forward to it. But for me, I think Randy should get the win first. To get the win back from WrestleMania.
Yeah. And then what's after that? Money in the Bank, and then Survivor Series. There's only really Survivor Series they could make a big match out of it.
I'd say so. I don't know whether there is a crown jewel coming up, and I hope not, because I hate the Saudi shows more than anything. The Blood Money shows, which are fucking terrible. But yeah, I thought SmackDown good carry on the storylines. So it's getting there, because obviously it was the worst television I think I've seen for near enough 18 months, because it was that bad. I just did not want to watch it. I thought you gotta hope for the best. But yeah, SmackDown's cooking again. Especially when now you've got main events. Now you've even had Balor into the top picture. The Balor and Gunther, I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with SmackDown, but they've definitely improved. And even Raw, like I said, is very much a corporate show on Netflix. But it was more enjoyable this week. The matches were okay, but it's all about the tournament that's going on right now for Mexico City. And then you've got the Bloodline segment at the end, which going into it, I didn't have high hopes for, but it turned into chef's kiss. Fucking love Solo.
Solo Sikoa is becoming probably the best thing about Raw at the minute.
Yeah.
It's good. The thing is, he came in 2022, and he was like a mule to Roman Reigns. But we're getting the Solo Sikoa that I watched when he was the Street Champion in NXT 2.0, in the dark days of NXT. But they're finally getting the Solo Sikoa that's got a gimmick, so Uncle Dave can hold one, because he said Solo Sikoa would not be likable. Solo Sikoa was loved, and I love the ending, the Samoan spike on Roman Reigns. I love the selling by Roman for the spike. So, hats off to WWE. They're getting it right.
Yeah, and
finally.
And Jacob too, doing as he was told, just staying in the corner, not doing anything.
Even though we had the death stare going, but
I can't wait for next week when Roman turns to Jacob and is like, "Why didn't you do anything? Why didn't you help?" And Jacob just say, "I just did what you told me to."
Yes, that is very true. Yeah, so Raw is dominated by the Bloodline. Even though we've been against the whole thing with the Bloodline, because you've very said, well, you cannot recreate greatness, but that segment I thought on Raw was terrific.
Yeah,
keep it going.
I've had no interest in Bloodline Reloaded until that segment on Raw. I think that's saved it really from just being repetitive shit. Okay, we had a couple of cinema moments the first time around with Sammy and then Jay, but that was so well done on Raw.
Yeah, so like I said, when WWE get it right, we praise them. If it sucks, it sucks. We'll go on here and say we've said on record. It felt like a Bloodline segment from Prime Bloodline, 2023, 2022. So keep that going, because obviously we don't know what the War Games match will be. Please, not another Bloodline War Games match, because it's never going to be like the Undisputed Era. Get that into your system.
I think it's probably going to be Team Randy versus Team Cody or something.
Potential.
What was I going to say? I think what really helped the segment on Raw with the Bloodline and what really turned that corner was Roman going full heel and being an absolute prick, because for months now he's been kind of a tweener and we're not quite sure where he stands, whether we should cheer for him or boo him. But there was no doubt on Raw he was an absolute asshole. And he's gone full heel, which is what the original Bloodline was. Everybody was just waiting for somebody to take down the Bloodline because Roman was such an egotistical prick.
You gotta remember though, man, it did take him 7 to 8 years to get him over.
Yeah.
So they took their time.
But how did he get over? As a heel. That's what Roman needs to be.
Exactly. Like bringing him back in 2020 when he obviously when he took out Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, obviously Bray, God rest his soul. They finally found a gimmick that suits him, the head of the table, tribal chief. That's why Roman is hot. I still don't agree with him being overrated, which I strongly disagree with. But yeah, great work by Roman. Got into Raw. I think LA Knight obviously is going to be the next challenger for the title. But if we still have Solo being as entertaining as it is, there's still every outside chance LA Knight could possibly win the title.
You never know. They keep teasing it, but they never quite pull the trigger.
They play it too safe.
But there's no real reason to give Roman a long-ass reign this time. He's not going after some 1,000-day record or anything. It's just another title reign. So it could end at any time, let's be honest.
Because it's very underwhelming so far this time. Obviously, 2 good matches with Jacob, and we don't know where he's going to hold the belt going into Crown Jewel, but I think the match with LA Knight, I don't know whether they're going to keep it for Money in the Bank or just go for it with Sunday night's main event, but
yeah. I
think they'll want to stack that card because it's on Labor Day weekend. Obviously, Mo will know Labor Day better than us, but yeah, I'd have WWE.
That's the thing, it's the uncertainty. The first time we had the Bloodline shit going on, we all knew Roman's going to hold it for 1,000 days. He's going to go to WrestleMania with it, then drop it. So every title match seemed almost pointless because we knew Roman wasn't going to lose it. But now it's a little less predictable because there's no real milestone for him to reach. I doubt he's going to break 1,000 days again.
Oh, God, please no. I think that might have been Vince's punishment to ourselves to say, you never cheered for Roman that time, pal. So there's your punishment.
It wasn't really a punishment, though, because it was a good storyline. It was just long.
Too fucking long.
Alright, NXT and AEW are still to come, but while we hopefully try and get Moses back, we're going to switch over now to hear from Cypher as he addresses something to do with the promo climax.
Oh, yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cypher Coulter, and I'm here to reintroduce you to somebody you already know, but is not the same man as he once was before. See, I've said it before and I've said it again. This is not a prediction. This is not a spoiler. This is a precursor of a new hiring, a new signing. See, at Max Wrestling, we take pride in reimagining, recreating, and reinventing ourselves, not only as competitors, not only as champions, not only as people, but something far more greater than we can ever accomplish and understand. See, I have stepped into a manager role, a management position. I'm not a general manager. I'm not a CEO. I'm not a boss. I'm not an El Jefe. I'm not a captain. What I am, ladies and gentlemen, is a contractor. What I am is a leader. What I am is a man who knows what it takes to get to that next level. And so it's only fitting that when I saw this person and see what drastic changes they took in such a short amount of time, I couldn't believe it. It was like watching a butterfly being born. It was like watching a metamorphosis before my very eyes. Very beautiful. Circle of life is a beautiful thing, but what is not beautiful is what this man has to say, what this man is going to do, and what this man is going after. See, with him, it's not about recognition. It's not about titles. It's not about none of that. See, the simple formula has never been his plan. He's always finding a different contraction. He's always finding a different solution to a problematic problem. Or should I say a problematic system. Abusement of power. And these are his words, not mine. So maybe I should let him explain now. You have been warned.
Well, look what we have here. I bet you all thought I was going to take an extended hiatus for an undisclosed amount of time. I will not name names, however, my break never intended to last nearly as long as someone else. But that is neither here nor there. He is on his own journey right now, with my full support, by the way. And I do need to give a big shout out in appreciation and thank you to Cypher for hyping me up and giving me the intro I deserve. I remember the last time I was around as Blade Rodriguez. I lost a fire that used to sharpen my iron. But know this, I am back in full effect without monotone drag. And I am after someone extremely specific. A Mr. Daniel Crimmins, DC himself. As I was away, I was still looking from the shadows, DC. Still getting updates from my brothers at the Forge. Especially from my tag team partner. Now granted, with my new shtick, persona, mask, aura, as you will. Picaro is his name. For I am the mercenary for hire. And I have been hired to target DC. So DC, since you cannot hold the accountability of showing up when you're needed as a general manager, maybe I just need to challenge you for the spot. After all, if you can't be a general manager, I doubt you could even withhold the title of a captain. And no, that is not a shot towards Captain Dez at all. At all. More so a point of reference. I am back. I am in full swing. And I know this term has severe negative connotation or denotation, but there's a hit list. Not to be confused with anything terrible. This is all for show purposes with this lingo. But the first name on that list is DC. Better watch your back, Mr. Crimmins. Because the sniper rifle has its aim on you. Till we see each other again.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! I'm a ghost that never hides. I'm a face you can't deny. I'm a dark horse running free. I'm a sun that always shines. I'm a glimmer in the eye. I'm a diamond in the sea. I'm undeniable.
This is the voice of Killer Cross, and right about now, we're about to take it to the max. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Madhouse.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Welcome back to Max. El Jefe is back. I am your captain along with El Jefe and Beer. Speak their names and they appear. And you know what? That's exactly how it happened, because before the break we mentioned Mo and now he's back. If you like what you've seen so far, make Max Wrestling your new home. We have Chinese chicken. All you got to do is drop a people's elbow on the like button and a 5-knuckle shuffle on the subscribe button, because that's how the algorithm works. We're here every single week because it's a Thursday thing.
Hashtag Max on Thursdays. Hashtag get you some Chinese chicken, because that sounds awesome. For those that prefer the old-fashioned podcast and some chow mein on the side, follow us on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is you get your favorite podcast, and perhaps favorite Chinese food. I'm going to go on a ramble on this whole thing, I promise you. But for all things Max Wrestling, do check out the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com.
No, so do not forget to join Cypher for the Aftermax Live right on Facebook after the show. Now, the QR code is on the screen right now to our Facebook group. Now, it could be guests, could be challenges. It's the most unpredictable show as they come, as Cypher did last week, as he's challenged moi for my knowledge championship at All for One. So, scan and go after the show.
Yeah. Not only that, but it turned into the Chris Reed show as well.
Yeah, dude. Holy crap.
So,
boring enough.
You know how when Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar came out back in the day when Brock was world champion, and Paul Heyman would talk a lot to introduce Brock, and then maybe Brock could say a couple of words? Well, that's kind of what you're going to get now, because I'm going to act as an advocate for the world champion, because we're going to hear from Phoenix. So first, allow me to introduce him for you. Last week, two controversial things happened. Number one, I lost to Chris Reed. I lost to Chris Reed. That is not a statement that many people have made. In fact, I've only made it myself once before, but last week, I lost to Chris Reed. And I didn't just lose to Chris Reed, because as a result, the Phoenix now has to defend his world championship against Chris at All for One. But I'm going to connect the dots, because the other controversial thing that happened was Friday night on SmackDown. Now, CM Punk is someone who I have admired for almost 20 years, maybe a little bit more. And I'm the first one that will admit, yeah, he can be a prick sometimes. Actually, you know what? He'll be the first one to admit he can be a prick sometimes. And he is. But Friday night on SmackDown, he made a kind of controversial comment about endometriosis. So, I feel like I'm above making jokes about female genetic conditions. So, Chris, to you, I'm just going to say this. Losing to you is the male equivalent of menstrual cramps. It's worse than a kick in the balls. It's a bloody pain. You are a bloody pain. But you got the job done. I'm not going to praise the way you did it, because you took a shortcut, but you did it. And now you've made it to the main event of All For One. Congratulations. I'm actually proud of you. I'm not mad. I'm not that mad. I'm a little bit mad, but I'm not that mad. I'm actually proud of you, Chris. Because you did the smart thing. You knew you couldn't last longer than me, so you did the smart thing. You knocked one out early and did a runner. So what's next for me? Well, I can't go after the television championship again. Because Beer, my brother, has it. I can't go after the World Championship, even though it's been a while, because the Phoenix, my cousin, has it. And I'm trying to avoid more inner conflict in the Dragon Club. So boys, your titles are safe. Could go after the Tag Team Championships, because they seem to be gathering dust around the waists of Mike Larkin and Stevie Nicks. But the question is, who do I team with, Phoenix or Beer? The problem is, if I pick one of them, the other one gets left behind. I could do something that I haven't done yet, which is go after the International Championship. Because just like the current champion before, he won it. That's a title, the only title I've never won. Ooh, Grand Slam cap. That is a very intriguing idea, Corey. But I think you're safer now too. Do I enter the promo climax just like I did last year? No. Because again, if I win that, I go on to Promo Mania and I challenge for the World Championship, which I expect is still going to be over the shoulder of the Phoenix. So I'm kind of in limbo. I don't know what to do. I do know I got a voice in the back of my head, and that voice belongs to a guy who wears a fedora, black hat, and a big fluffy jacket. You may have heard of him. He's certainly busy right now. I don't know what's next for the Cap, but I do know what's next for Chris. Because you may have beat me, but now you have to face your demons. To be more precise, a demon. To be even more precise, the Welsh demon. You wanted this. You got it. But somebody made a demand on your behalf for TV rules. Well, don't worry, Phoenix saw that demand, and he does have an answer for you. But it may not be the one you expected. Be careful what you wish for.
They tell you that you should quit trying. You were too small and you were too young. They tell you the chance is too slim, the world is too big, but you say how come? I'm ready to light a new fire, raise a new flag across a new sea. And if I'm never the one in your way, then put your head down and run right through me.
In fact, I take that back. I'm extremely pissed off. Now, Captain, cousin, I hold no ill against you. But Chris, he took shortcuts to get this match. Therefore, because of the way you've gone about it, I decline your challenge that you posted anonymously in the Max group. Yeah, we're a level 79 hacker gamer. We can see who's posting anonymously in the group. So I decline your challenge because I know I'm not going to get any justice in TV rules. Therefore, I'm going to allow the gods to decide my fate. I fucking demand luck of the draw. Chris, I'll see you at All for One.
Alright, it's what we're here for this week. The promo climax returns next week. It is the fourth promo climax in 8 years. We did 1 and 2. We took a long ass break and we brought it back last year. And it was a success. So it's back again this year. Promo Climax 4, if you don't know what Promo Climax is, it's just like our G1, but in promo form. It is a round robin tournament. There's 2 groups. Everybody in that group faces each other once, and then whoever has the most points at the top of each block faces each other at the end. So, one thing we know for sure is that Rodney Slavovich requested last week to open the climax against his brother, newcomer, Ima Slavovich. So, they are in the same block, and that will be one of the opening matches next week. So let's pop up the blocks first. Block A contains Moses Marquez, Beer, Daniel Crimmins, Scouts Mysterio, and A.T. Rustler. Meanwhile, in the Butcher block, joining Rodney and Ima is the Phoenix, Cypher, and as you heard earlier, he's back, Blade Rodriguez. So those are the 10 participants. Now, put on your glasses, let's take a look, if you're over 30 like us, take a look at the schedule. Okay, as you can see, it runs for 12 weeks. There are 2 breaks. First up is September 24th, Summer's End. There's no matches in the climax that week because it's our max event. And then there's another break, October 22nd. But opening this show next week at All for One is Rodney versus Ima, the Battle of the Slavoviches. And Beer is up first against A.T. Rustler.
Ooh, Lord.
And your boy is performing Double G, as usual.
Yeah.
AT, let's go to war, my friend.
There's a couple of first-time matches in there, I think. Scouts Mysterio and A.T. Rustler's in there for the first time.
Oh, that's good.
Rodney and Blade, I don't think they faced each other before. Rivalry relit between Mo and DC. It's a battle of GMs.
Go.
Week 2 is a battle of the GMs. Let's go.
I like it. Adam Pearce versus Nick Aldis. Hopefully I'm Nick Aldis.
And then, would you just look at that? The last match in Block A on November 12th is co-host versus co-host.
Isn't it a scary, beautiful thing?
I'm not looking forward to week 4, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got DC.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be that way, dog.
Yeah, man.
That way.
Scouts Mysterio's got to face DC near the end as well, and Scouts has had a hard time lately. We haven't seen him since he got jumped by that masked bastard Anon Mascaras.
That son of a bitch.
I still don't know who he is.
No.
No.
I'm very intrigued in week 8 to see newcomer Ima Slavovich against our current international champion Cypher. And then Phoenix.
That's going to be a good one. I'm interested in Ima in general.
I'm just
not looking forward to much. What are they bringing to the table? Oh, well, don't be scared. Stop being scared.
But My man, it could be a battle of who might win the league out of me and you on
Yeah.
week 12.
That's decision day, as they say in the MLS. Yeah, it's a fucking. It's gonna come down to the wire, and that's it. You know what? The last time it came down to the wire in the Prem, and I should say in a final, it went one way and not the other. So, hey, it's the blue block for a reason, right? We're blue for a reason, not red. Does that make sense? Wink, wink. That's saying them all.
Obviously, as you can see, the playoff and the final will take place on November 26th. That is promo series. So the final will be for a shot at the World Championship. The playoff, well, the prize hasn't been announced for that one yet, but stay tuned.
We can get creative. We can get creative. Don't trip.
So after 4 heat waves and Andy Burnham banning us from having barbecues, we're in the middle of a thunderstorm, or it's trying to have a thunderstorm in the UK anyway. But another storm is coming your way next week when the 4th promo climax begins at All For One with the opening 2 matches that we just found out. Rodney Slabovich versus his brother Ima Slabovich, representing the Butcher Block. And in the A block, it is Beer versus A.T. Rustler. First time ever.
Gotta love the first time evers, but this one is not a first time ever. The Demoness and the Shape will go head to head once again in a meeting at midnight. The Shape has vowed to explain more about what happened to the Gesture last year at Summer's End when the Demoness pulled the switch. How creepy and dark is this story gonna get? Hope y'all are not afraid of the dark.
I will certainly will be scared of that match. And following a certain failure last week, the Phoenix will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against Chris Reed at All For One. It's official. And as we heard from the Phoenix during the commercial break, because we don't have any commercial breaks, he's raised the stakes to luck of the draw rules. Only fate will decide who leaves All For One as the Max World Champion. Craig, do not let us down.
Craig may not let you down, but the reality is maybe fate is in the hands of a North Carolinian. Last week on Aftermax, speaking of North Carolinian, Cypher answered the call for Beer's open challenge for the Max Knowledge Championship. And as Captain Lance announced last week, it's full trivia mayhem. Except that's not going to be the only, it's not going to be one-on-one, because you see, the Nick Aldis in me wants to come out. The co-GM, as I am, of Max Wrestling. I need to add a third participant. It's full trivia mayhem. You already offered it. I just somehow didn't accept it, or maybe we did, but maybe we fell on deaf ears. Nevertheless, that is why I'm in charge. It is now a triple threat. So it'll be Cypher, it'll be Beer, it'll be me for the Knowledge Championship. Full trivia mayhem. I will make a stip, though. I will make a stipulation. If I don't walk away as Knowledge Champion, I will not challenge Beer again until the title, or I should say, I won't challenge for the Knowledge Championship until it is passed to a new competitor.
Fair.
Excuse me, I never ever agreed to that.
That's the beauty of being in charge, fam. You ever been to like late for work and the boss just makes you do some shit that you don't want to do? It's called being in charge. It's a beautiful thing.
This is absolutely egregious. What's this? Triple threat match? What happened? This is absolutely disgraceful. You can put me in the ring of games, but I am a fighting champion, be it does ensure. But it does take place next week on August 27th. It's one of the biggest shows in Max Wrestling, so go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com for further information.
Sounding like Sammy Beer. And while you're surfing the interweb, go check out my official theme song for All For One. It is The One, Take It All by Captain's Revenge. It's available right now on Spotify and all other music streaming platforms, along with all Captain's Revenge music, including my brand new single, Fade to Grey.
Ooh, gotta definitely check out the new single. He's upset about the decisions, but nevertheless, before we jump into AEW, it may not be the black and gold. Beer gets to rant about something, and then it's not complaining, but at least it's the NXT round.
This is absolutely disgraceful. You can put me in the ring of games, but I will not challenge for the Knowledge Championship. This is absolutely disgraceful. You can put me in the ring of games, but I will not challenge for the Knowledge Championship. This is absolutely disgraceful. You can put me in the ring of games, but I will not challenge for the Knowledge Championship. This is absolutely disgraceful. You can put me in the ring of games, but I will not challenge for the Knowledge Championship. This is absolutely disgraceful. You can put me in the ring of games, but I will not challenge for the Knowledge Championship. This is absolutely disgraceful. You can put me in the ring of games, but I will not challenge for the Knowledge Championship. This is absolutely disgraceful. You can put me in the ring of games, but I will not challenge for the Knowledge Championship. This is absolutely disgraceful. You can put me in the ring of games, but I will not challenge for the Knowledge Championship. This is absolutely disgraceful
Right, what's good, troops? This is your NXT review. Beautiful instruction as always, Mom. Show starts. Mike Santana makes his way to the ring for the crowd. And he is looking for Zilla Fatu after Zilla's mad debut last week. To be interrupted by Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix said he's happy to see Cruz again. But he is here to find out when he's defending his AAA Cruiserweight Championship. And next, because there is meant to be a fatal four-way match coming up very soon. But we do... Oh, actually, no, the fatal was I completely forgot. So it's a number one contenders match with Romeo Moreno against Tristan Angels against La Parca and EK Prosper. EK wins. This was actually a very fun match. EK gets the win, hits a beautiful moonsault on Moreno. And EK Prosper and Rey Fenix signed me up for that match. That'll be a crazy match. And then Rey Fenix comes out to the ring. And he will defend the Cruiserweight title next week, man. Banger in the making. Brent Sinclair is backstage talking to Kendall Gray about their upcoming tag team match. Ricky Smokes has been hearing about Kendall's been having balance issues and wondering if she needs help tonight. Kendall says her and the Vanity Project remind her of the boys that she beat up in high school. Kendall's a badass. Then again, Kendall can beat me up at any time. After Ren and Kendall leave, Michael said that the Vanity Project got cooked, so I don't know whether there might be trouble in paradise with the Vanity Project, but I'm scared of Michael. She's a beast. Natty against Thea Hale. Natty wins. It was a very short match, and Natty wins via sharpshooter. And Nikita Lyons and Corin Petrovich, I still like the pairing with her and Natalia. And they continuously try and assault Thea while they're holding Jada back. So this feud is far from over. Bronco Nima said he should be going out there tonight with Lucien Price against the Birthright against Lexis King. Lucien says he wants to go out there by himself. Don't break up OTM. Probably the best tag team going right now. The most pointless championship in all of wrestling, the Men's Speed Championship. Lexis King against Lucien Price. Lexis wins with the coronation. Still bin the titles. They are pointless. They're the most pointless championships in wrestling. Birthright attack Lucien after the match. And Bronco comes out to make the save. And the OTM embrace after the match. Grayson Waller comes out. Said it's someone he's been wanting to have. Said that the men's roster is soft. He did say on his pipe bomb a few weeks ago. A line I laughed out a lot was he's happy for Zilla to finally come to WWE. He finally can have his ankle monitor taken off so he can run free. That was a brutal line by Zilla. And Grayson still thinks he's number one contender. Tony D'Angelo comes out. Says he's fine with Grayson calling himself the number one contender because he wants to knock Law on his ass. Mike Santana comes back from the parking lot. So he doesn't know what dust Grayson is smoking. And then Zilla Fatu then shows back. Robert Stone announces it's going to be a fatal four-way match at Heatwave. That is going to be a very interesting match. Remember, it's on the same week as All Out. All In. I will not be watching NXT on the day because I will be watching All Out. Anyway. Charlotte Hill talks to Lizzie Rain about the upcoming match. It just doesn't look right, Charlotte, without Tatum, but Tatum's on SmackDown now. And Miles Bourne comes out and said he'll defend the championship against Shiloh at Heatwave should he beat Jackson Drake. Robert Stone backstage with Keanu Carver says he has some coffee, and then Cam Hendricks comes in and wants to match too. Keanu is annoyed that Cam ruined their moment, and then Robert Stone and Cam talk business. So Keanu Carver's face turn, I don't mind it. Next up, Red Sinclair and Kendall Gray against Callie Armstrong and Kalani Jordan. Decent match. Kalani and Callie get the win. I like the fact that Callie got the pin, but it was on Ren. But then again, bin that women's speed title in a few weeks.
And then we have a lovely face-to-face with Kalani Jordan and Kendall Gray following the match. Next up, Shiloh Hill goes one-on-one with Jackson Drake. Jackson Drake picks up the win, so he is the number one contender for the North American Championship. I like it, because I think the match with Miles is going to cook, and I think Jackson is going to win the North American title, because I got a big little feeling that Mr. Stephanie Becker could be on his way to the main roster. Shiloh gets jumped at the end of the match by the returning Naraku. We haven't seen Naraku since the defeat to Tony D'Angelo. Miles is going to perform double duty. It's going to be Jackson Drake against Miles Bourne for the North American title, and Miles Bourne and Tavian Heights will take on Brad Baylor and Ricky Smuggs on the same night. So 2-night Miles. Big match Miles. That's his new name. Stone backstage with Zarya about a unification match. Khali then comes in and wants another title shot. Zarya said that there won't be a speed title after Heatwave. Khali then calls Zarya a redhead heifer. Hey, Zarya's a beautiful woman, by the way, Khali. Come on. Stone said if Khali can beat Zarya next week, then she will be added to the Heatwave match. Robert Stone then in the ring. Man, he's everywhere tonight. He's a bit like Renee Paquette, but Renee's bad to look at. Zilla Fatu signs his contract, and then at the end of the night, there is a bit of a brawl with all four men. So Stone does make the announcement that there is going to be a fatal four-way match, and there's a match I'm really looking forward to. So it's going to be a pretty decent night. So my sources tell me it's time. It's time for Last Night on Dynamite to my man El Jefe. Floor is yours, sir. Sammy Beer.
Sammy Beer. It works perfectly.
Sammy Beer. I did an open challenge, expected to be one-on-one, triple threat. You guys are joking me. Disgusting.
The trials and tribulations of being a champion.
It's crazy, isn't it? You know what I mean? You think you'd get handed some things, but we don't hand nothing out around Max Wrestling, especially in the knowledge game. But all that aside, let's get to Last Night on Dynamite. Hopefully this fucking goddamn computer don't crash on me again. We'll see how it goes. It did start out. So I'm gonna say it this. Some of these matches make no fucking sense. Okay, why is Will Ospreay? And I say that knowing exactly where TK's thought process is, because he very much wants to book like Gato. And that's what this is to me, is he's trying to book like Gato, keep these guys. Except Gato used to like tease them. Okay, fucking Will versus Katie in a 6-man. That'll probably be next week. Watch. I guarantee it'll be next week. That's why they're teasing it now. But we got Will Ospreay, Harane, and Akira. Got a couple guys from New Japan Pro Wrestling against the absolute weak leaks of Don Callis, because he's got so many dudes. Who actually was in it? I didn't even watch the opening. Was it
Brian Cage?
No. Was it Brian Cage? Which is so mean. Oh god, I feel so bad making fun of Brian Cage. But it was Brian Cage. Where the fuck is Lance Archer? Why is Lance Archer not? Did he wrestle?
No, Lance Archer was in it. Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
And Rocky Romero.
You don't pay attention. That's the other one. Okay, I just remember seeing Brian Cage for a couple of minutes, and I'm like, "Aw, I remember when you were like really popular and everyone really wanted you to come back." And now I'm like, "Okay, I feel so bad for him because he's awesome and jacked, and he could do so much more." But I want to say he's being held back by the Don Callis family. Like I said, he looked on the up and up on his first comeback, but then he's getting Lance Archer treatment. And we already know that that's not going to get you fucking anywhere in this company. Look at where he's at. This is the first match I've heard of him in, and I didn't even get a chance to see it. And I watched most of Dynamite, and I do mean most of it. Anyway, it was what it was. We go backstage. Okada, as Renee's hanging out back there, Okada says he's happy for Kyle that he retains it all in, but he hopes Kyle will be happy for him too. My guesstimation is because, now that it's a triple threat, everyone wants to be scared. Kyle replies in the ring with Tony, but is then interrupted and attacked by Takeshita, because you got to keep building this whole thing. That's the entire point of the fucking feud. I truly think fucking Okada's the underdog. They've got to crown him at some point. It could just be a wrench in the whole thing. I don't know, but I'm as how can I put this? As this seems like a proper build to me. It just, you don't really know who to go for yet. They're not giving you any indications, which I think is what we should be doing. I think everyone just hates Kyle. And we're like, somebody's got to beat Kyle. You know what I mean? As long as Kyle doesn't win, we don't riot. That's what I'm getting from the crowd right now. So I think that's the motive from everybody. But and in an intense sit down with Renee, Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega go over their entire history. Kenny gets awfully personal. This Kenny is that Kenny that took AJ Styles up and hit a one-winged angel and kicked him out of the Bullet Club. Okay, This is that Kenny that would go up to fucking Naito and Tanahashi and Okada and fucking ring them a new one in their own language and then repeat it in English because fuck you, he can't. That's why. That's pretty much all. You know what I mean? I wish it was something different, but it's not. Loved this segment. Go watch it. It definitely, I hope they put it on YouTube just by itself, just because this segment alone should just be studied over the next 10, 11 days getting to Wembley, because it's going to be just that big of a fire builder. I didn't mind this match. I kind of thought this was an opportunity to pull the trigger. I really did. I don't know why. I just kind of thought it was an opportunity to pull the trigger. 4-way for the TBS Championship. Maya World, Chris Statlander, Persephone, Hikaru Shida. Why are you using the shit out of Persephone and not, like, giving her a belt? Like, I like Maya World. I like where we're going with this. I understand this. But, like, hey, the momentum is starting to die. And it's going to happen. It's going to get stale because you keep putting her with the same 4 fucking people. So what are you going to do? If you're going to do this, hot potato the belt. I would rather you hot potato the belt and everybody ends up being a TBS champion one time or another, because that's supposed to be the mid-card belt. So it should be kind of passed along for a bit, build its history, build its lineage, and build other people out of it. You're calling, what's fucking Statlander's new name? Stat Daddy. She's the Stat Daddy. Well, they give her the fucking belt back and have her rack up the stats, Daddy. Do something. You know how fucking corny that was just right now? I know how corny that was. But it works. I bet you money it would fucking work. So it's like, why aren't we doing something with it? Make it the hot potato title. I really don't care. It is what it is. Somebody heard me, or at least all of us, probably more Daz than anybody else. I think his accent finally resonated with somebody. They didn't do a fucking promo in a pub. Thank God. The Brawling Birds addressed Divine Dominion. They're going to win the belts. They're going to win the tag belts that nobody gives a shit about. Hopefully they do something with them. That would be better than not, but it is what it is. John Moxley versus Jay White in the FA Cup. Call it God, I was really trying to think of like a couple of teams, and I'm just thinking, I couldn't help myself. I was thinking, even though he's not Welsh, but I was thinking like Wrexham versus like who was it? Like a Brighton. That's kind of what this felt like. And I was just throw the FA ties in it. But John Moxley advances, even though I think a lot of us wanted Jay White to keep going. After the match, Mox refuses to acknowledge Jay White before the dogs come out and attack Jay White. Then the conglomeration tries to make the save, but then I want to say this is a return because I haven't seen him, but Gabe Kidd then takes him out because he's a fucking crazy bastard.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, this guy's banana. He's gonna get a fucking big spotlight. He should get a massive match at Wembley. I don't know, against whom. I don't need it to be a multi-man match. Just give him something on his own. Maybe him and like Kyle O'Reilly or something. You know what I mean? Just give me some fucking wrestling. Actually, I think that'd work perfect. There you go, TK. You got a little bit of time. Throw it on the pre-show.
It'd be on that gauntlet anyway, when they show.
Probably.
Oh yeah. The gauntlet. I keep forgetting about the gauntlet.
They have Kyle.
Oh well.
Gabe Kidd probably.
Either that, or there is a big ass match between the dogs and the conglomeration.
Dog. Yeah.
Sorry, Mo. Sorry to cut you off there. What the fuck's happened to Jay
No.
White since he's come back? My guy, Jay White.
Dude.
What's happened?
Literal fall from grace. He went from like, okay, this guy could be right next in line to there goes Jay White again. Bye, bud.
This guy wrestled MJF a few years ago. I think it was Full Gear or Wrestle Dream. Now, what are they doing with Jay White? I love that guy.
Single-handedly sold out
Fuck you, Tom.
Madison Square Garden.
I like to
Was
think
the
they're
first,
just easing him back in because he was out for
yeah.
like, what, 18 months?
Yeah,
Something
you got a point there. You got a
It was a
point.
great match with Mox, though.
Oh no, it 100%. Mox has great matches with everybody though, but no, good on him. We'll give it time. Wait till we get maybe MJF ends up back in the fucking title picture or whatever. Then I'm sure we'll get a Jay White push, or we should. But yeah, maybe they're easing him. I wouldn't, but then again, you know, I'm that kind of football manager where it's like, oh, your knee's twisted, you're all right. Get your ass out there. Just fucking stand there and just make sure the ball don't get past you. You'll be all right. We get backstage. Willow offers Maya World a world title shot on Collision, which I'm like, hey, if you want to get eyes on Collision, I guess that's something. I don't know. Doesn't really deserve it, but hey, what the fuck do I know?
Who watches Collision?
Nobody, that's the
Seriously.
point.
Nobody.
Oh God.
Is that when Punk was there?
I laughed so hard. Timu Matt Hardy. That was fantastic. Timu Matt Hardy promises that MJ wins the gauntlet and then insults Andrade. This dude was going on a rant. He's better than you. Es muy guapo to you. I'm like, oh my, would you fuck off, dude? Like, God damn it. And then what came out more importantly is like, I don't know why or how it turned into an impromptu match, but it turned into an impromptu match. Fucking Andrade is like, hell yeah, I'll take this match. Literally beelines it down, murders this fool, and then just fucking, I forget what I had it said in Spanish, like what he actually said, but he just went on a whole ass rant, calls out MJF, which non-surprisingly, MJF's in a jacuzzi. He's just, because, he's that big of an asshole. So then Andrade feels frustrated by this. How dare you disrespect him in a jacuzzi? So he beats Old Boy's ass a little bit more. Beautiful. Jonathan Cruz deserves to get his ass beat each and every day that he's on television.
He's just a walking meme.
It's funny, and it'll never stop. He fucking really is, though. That guy is a fucking piece of something. I don't mind these segments like this, but it just, like, I got the intention the second I seen it, but a split screen shit talking session, perfectly written, by the way. Mercedes and Willow get into a heated little tiffany taff before they're like, oh, I'll meet you over there. No, I'll meet you over there. And they're like, got all real hood on them for a minute. And then nobody touches each other. Because, if we can't destroy this like big match. I was like, let them kill each other. Who gives a shit? Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, actually, it took everybody. You thought it was Brock Lesnar and fucking, Daniel Bryan. It fucking took everybody in the back and they mama to fucking separate these cats. It was like, what the hell? All right, I fucking guess. Again, I don't watch Collision, which is terrible of me. How the fuck did Nigel get hurt? Does anybody know?
I was going to ask the same question.
No.
I thought Nigel did get injured.
I hope it's not. I hope it's a fucking ruse. I really do. I hope it's a fucking ruse. Just so he can, I won the FA Cup with a broken foot. There you go. Hey, what's up, Kurt Angle? I like that one.
If you want a lovely moment at Wembley, sorry, Mo. Have Nigel beat Moxley.
I mean, I think he'll at least be in the final against Mox, but I don't know if he's going to win.
No, I beat him.
I book him to beat Moxley.
Beat him.
That's in the crowd.
No.
Oh no, I'm not denying it'd be a good booking. I'm just questioning whether they'll actually do it.
Do it, Tony.
No, I'm with that. I'm with you. Will they actually pull the trigger? Nigel moves on against Hechicero. Hey, it's an underdog. Who fucking Palace? All right, Palace beat fucking City. That's, if you really wanted to emulate it again in wrestling form, it's Nigel McGuinness and fucking John Moxley. So why not? I think it'd be great. I really do. And it'd be a fucking massive pop. You heard the pop just when he showed up. You know what I mean? So it's like, imagine if he wins this. And again, it's the FA Cup at Wembley.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
The pop when for his return to the ring when we were there at all in a couple of years ago was insane.
Oh,
because nobody expected him. Because we never thought he was going to wrestle again. And then out comes Nigel McGuinness in his gear. I'm like, you fucking kidding me?
Nigel looks amazing for his age.
Yes, he does. Yes, he did. And I could still hear the roar from the fucking crowd. Batshit ass crazy shit was great. I don't know who Kevin Knight is trying to emulate, but they're trying. He's trying a little too hard because I just don't care. I don't know what it is about his heel run right now. I just don't give a shit. It feels overplayed, and I feel like I've heard it before. I just don't know from who. But anyway, he's out there. Dismisses Tony Schiavone, calls out Darby Allin. Darby Allin he answers the call, standing on top of the thing, and they set him up. It's like he hit him with Cody's pyro, which it is what it is. He's dazed, confused. It looks like he's burned his face, whatever. Kevin Knight beats the dog out of him and then hits him with the coast to coast, and it's supposed to be like this massive injury to his neck or whatever. But he kind of like just fucking outplays the shit out of it because he's on the stretcher and he's got to hold back fucking Steve. I keep forgetting the fucking kid's last name.
Sting's kid.
That's just fucking easier to say. Yeah, Sting's kid. He's got to hold Sting's kid back on a stretcher with a fucked up neck. Like, bro, don't sell it. Let this fucking kid go after him and just get in his face. Build it as something that could happen. Don't hold you back because then it just. Sold it. Now you're no selling it. I know you're fine. We already knew you were fine, but I'd rather you show up to fucking Wembley out of an ambulance and taking the neck brace off. Give me a big ass pop for no fucking reason. Show, baby. It's a showbiz. Regardless, again, we opened with a rando, which I guess made sense because you got New Japan guys in it. But we ended with a rando that made no motherfucking sense because. When was the last time we seen El Colon? Tell me the truth. Tell you the truth, because I don't remember the last time I seen fucking El Colon. All right, the last time I seen this cat was like a month ago.
He's normally in the background of the group promos.
Yeah, so far in the background I can't see him. He must be standing behind Lance Archer or something. Because where the fuck have you been, dude? Anyway, it was fine. I love how Kenny is a heel, but yet he's like signing kids' fucking birthday things and high-fiving dudes. And I'm like, aren't you supposed to be a bad guy? Nah. And then the match is over, right? Then fucking the family, the front of the doghouse finally come out and they attack the Elite. Cope and Cage make the save. And I'm like, oh, hey, the old fuckers are out to make the save. Right on, but I get it. Everyone fights at the back. It's just Kenny. Out comes Will, who's like pissed off by the Will. Hey, wait, you weren't done talking to me in the back. He's all mad, and I love this. This is like peak WWE Kenny, if there ever would be such a thing. Yeah. He's all. I got 2 words for you. Or he's all. What did he say? He's all. I got one thing to say to you. Security. I laughed so hard. I never have laughed so hard in all my days. And then these like 2 kids that got school in the morning. Like, who the fuck let these fucking high schoolers in? I'm like, you got English, you got fucking biology. Like, y'all gotta go to bed. What the fuck are y'all doing up late? Where's way past your bedtimes? And it takes, and this is like the best part. These 2 children are somehow dragging this grown man Will Ospreay away, and not like dragging, but they're coercing him up the ramp. And Kenny calls him a little British bitch, and it takes like 15-16 seconds to register in Will's head. This guy called me a bitch, and he just grabs a microphone. I'm gonna kick the shit out of you, and beelines it, and all hell fucking breaks loose. There's a V trigger, and then the one winged angel through the table, and I think that you officially got your ta-da moment. You know what I mean? The bad guy got over this time, so guess who's going to get over come the pay-per-view? Granted, yes, we still got one more Dynamite before then. I really don't think they're going to make that big of a difference like that. I think this was your showing moment, if you really want to call it something. So it's. Then again, I don't think you're going to have this in Wembley and have Will Ospreay in the main event for him not to win it.
Yeah.
I don't think the guy winning the big one is going to be Nigel and not Will. I think it's going to be all of them. I honestly think it's going to be a fucking just a slew, not a slew, but no, more of a. We said we got 9 matches, so a third of the card is going to be Brits winning. which is going to be awesome. You have Will winning the freaking the World Championship. You're probably going to have Nigel winning the FA Cup. You're going to have the Brawling Birds winning the AEW Women's Tag Titles. I like
What
it.
else is English in AEW? Oh, Gabe Kidd will probably win the Continental North whatever title.
Didn't even think of that one. There's another one.
I mean, I think Will's set. I mean, we've predicted this for months that Will was going to win the title at Wembley, but I think he pretty much sold everybody on it in that promo earlier in the show when he was just like, "Look, an Englishman's never won a world title on home soil, and I'll get to do it." Well, he's obviously going to win then, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if he doesn't?
But see, I've been thinking about that for a couple of days, and my question would be, at what cost? Who's going to cost him? How's it going to get cost? What random feud are you going to start out because of it? Because I just don't see it. Like, there's no shame. There's no shame in having Kenny lose. There's no shame in it. Like, it's a good run. It's set it up perfectly. It's another one of those. Pull the trigger. Just do it. Just follow the dominoes because they're all gonna fall. That's how dominoes work. I promise.
Yeah.
And watch that it comes out to a positive result in the end. Wherever the dominoes fall, you can rebuild from there.
I do love how whenever Kenny's a world champion, he has to be a heel.
Yes, because
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think he could be. Well, he could totally be a good guy champion. It's just, I think he knows he works better as as the asshole. You know what I mean? He's got to be the asshole.
And like we said, this is the Kenny that we know from New Japan.
Yeah.
It's no secret we've had a kind of shell version of Kenny in a lot of AEW after his surgeries and stuff and his age, but this is the closest we've ever got in AEW to proper cleaner Kenny.
Yes, cleany.
Cleany.
The cleany.
But like it's set up perfectly. He needs to be the uber heel prick to make Will beating him in Wembley an even bigger deal, because not only has he won the world title in his home country in a massive fucking stadium on AEW's biggest show of the year, but he also beat a massive heel to do it.
Hell yeah.
What confused me about Dynamite last night is like you got Kenny as a heel against Will, but then you got Kenny as a babyface when he's teaming with the Bucks. I'm thinking, how does that make sense?
I don't.
I think it was a kind of a slow burn. So in that sit down interview, Kenny was being a bit of a prick, but I think that's because it was such a tense situation. Because he hadn't really fully gone heel yet, and then teaming with the Bucks, yeah, he's still Kenny, he's still cool. And then as soon as Will came out at the end, that switch flipped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think we were getting teases of it from like last week. Like, yes, I think we got, like the crazy version of Kenny, because even the Bucks were like, what? And now it's like, okay, this is where we're at. That it's no longer a slow build. You got a little bit more from last week this week, and I think it's finally, as Dad said, it finally came to a head at the end of the show. It's going to be overplayed next week. Watch the absolute prick that Kenny is and can be will be out in full fucking display next week. Full display.
He turned into a pantomime villain at the end. Yeah, they little English prick.
Yeah. The way he said it too. Oh man.
Security, come and get him. He almost turned into Vince.
I was just gonna say, I was like, he had the Vince-like voice. I think that's kind of what he was playing up. It's just, I hate that last week's promo is still ringing in my head. I need him to court some more Voldemort. Okay, I know the nerd in me is asking for it. I know there's people like, are you sure you're watching the right thing? I know what I'm watching. Okay, I just need just a little bit more, because think about it. Will's Harry. Harry wins in the end. Just a little more. I don't care if it's like mid. Actually, you know what? I think it would be badass if it was mid match.
Yeah, no, I need more Kenny doing Voldemort. Will Ospreay is dead. Yeah.
The funniest
If
part
I-
is I seen the whole thing.
If I can touch on the bill for All In, I'm really enjoying Willow and Mercedes. I know I'm hard on Mercedes. I'm still against the match because I still think Tackler should have walked in as champion. But
Where the
obviously,
fuck is
you
Tackler?
can't-
Seriously.
Well, apparently she's got some dates in Stardom with Julia Hart and Sky Blue, so
Good on
she
her.
won
Oh,
a
yeah.
trios. I think it's a trios titles that she won in Stardom.
Yeah.
Even though I'm against Tackler not winning, but then again, she could be in the women's casino gauntlet as far as I know.
She better win it
I
because she
digress.
needs that belt back. But yeah, they've
Yes.
definitely turned up the heat.
Yeah.
Actually, they didn't even need to turn up the heat. They turned it up instantly with Willow and Mercedes as soon as the match was official. But it was kind of dumb that split screen shit talking segment, and then they were like, "I'm coming to find you." Well, I'm coming to find you, and they were literally in like opposite rooms. Like they only had to turn one corner. Like, you couldn't hear each other from the other room beforehand.
It's like, it would have made it worse. It's like, you guys are sitting right next to each other, right?
It would have been better if they were in rooms on opposite sides of the arena, and they both had to come out through the crowd to find each other.
Oh yeah, add to the build and the tension that much more, and then that way you have security waiting. I think that's a killer idea. That's way better of an idea.
Instead, it was just two neighbors beefing through the wall, and the next thing they meet outside.
That's exactly 1,000% what it was. 1,000%. Oh my god.
Oh man. All right, now speaking of walls, we have a wall, and it has more wankers on it than the British government and their overdramatic severe alerts.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
It's time for the wanker wall.
Is it a heat warning? No, don't check your phone.
I'm the biggest wanker in this place, man. Hey, no. I'm the biggest wanker in this place, okay? Me, not you.
So, as you may have deduced from that intro, I am kicking it off with the government for those dumbass alerts that we all had in the UK a couple of days ago. Mainly actually, no, I'll get into the Welsh government in a minute. But the main government, the reason we all had these severe alerts was because we've had a lot of wildfires in the UK during the heat waves. This wasn't a particularly hot day, but we all got alerts saying, don't have a barbecue, don't light any fires outside, don't do anything that causes a spark in case it goes boom.
It's like,
Okay.
why?
I think...
Just sit there. Don't do nothing. Just sit there. Microwave your food.
First of all, I was in work. I'm not planning on having a barbecue. I'm stuck here for another 6 hours.
Right?
But-
okay.
But in Wales, we had two alerts, and they kept going off. We had the first one completely in Welsh. Now, Bea and I have both been speaking Welsh since we were like 5, so we can understand it, but we're a little bit rusty because, we were out of school and everything. So I'm looking at it going, hang on a minute, that means fire. It took me a while to translate it, but for everybody who didn't speak Welsh, I can't imagine what they were thinking because the English version didn't come through for like 8 minutes.
Oh, shit.
So everybody in Wales who can't speak Welsh is getting this severe alert, which we were under the impression was designed for like terrorist attacks or something.
Yeah.
And everybody's phone is going off, and they're just like, what the fuck does that say?
It's like, what?
Freaking out.
But no, it wasn't because there were bombs coming or if somebody was running around with a knife or something. It was because don't have a barbecue.
Don't have a
Are
barbecue.
you kidding? That's what you use this severe countrywide alert for?
But we're having a barbecue in a cinema. Yeah, that's good shit.
At the cinema.
So
That's
the
cool.
government, 6,000 points, because
Yeah, that's fair.
The government. Hell.
Who's done something stupid this week?
I got a couple more, but I'll give you some chances.
Who's done something stupid this week?
Didn't you say something about Dave before the show?
Oh.
Uncle Dave. Yep, Uncle Dave saying that the match. So obviously we're getting Braun Breaker and Obafemi at Sunday night's main event. Cannot wait for it. It's gonna be a massacre.
Should be good.
Uncle Dave's thinking it's gonna be a double DQ or something like that. No shit. You're protecting both men because this is a WrestleMania match. How's you gonna fucking have a fuck finish or DQ finish?
Didn't we already say that
$14.99
last week?
$14.99,
Probably.
please.
Yeah. Because you got to protect both of them.
Yeah.
What a dumbass.
How many points for Dave?
Give 100 points to Dave. We need to keep the streak going.
Uncle Dave, brother.
I'll give it 200 points to WWE. The amount of segments that they're cutting now on SmackDown, it's just ridiculous. Because I was saying to Daz, obviously while you were gone, Mo, like you got the Paige and Nikki Bella thing taken out, and you have to go on Twitter to see the promo, and you're thinking, well, what's going to be the big story going there? If it's on Sunday night's main event, people are going to be like, what's the story? I'm confused. You had Blake Monroe and Julia announced on Twitter, on on the Twitter thing. I can't remember what the other one was. I think I might have mentioned what it was.
There was Nakamura.
Oh, now obviously with Takahashi coming in, it's just like, what the fuck? Go back to 3 hours. Oh wait, no, actually, please don't.
Yeah, I was going to drop the points on WWE for fucking up SmackDown as well. I don't know how you can't fit these segments into a 2-hour show when you've only got, 3 matches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minimal wrestling. More than enough talking segments. How many points are you giving them?
I'll give 200 to WWE.
I'm going to add just 50 on it. Because, again, Punk and Owens kind of saved their promo, but I'm going to be super fucking nice when I say this. You guys want to fucking compete with AEW on a fucking regular basis. Don't steal their fucking content. Okay? Like, again, I get it. I want to fucking win no matter what. Fucking, rules be damned, standards be damned, whatever that fuck have you. But you can't go fucking comparing yourself to some other company and be in consistent competition with some other company and then fucking steal shit from them. That don't make no fucking sense. Mm-hmm. That's like if Vince McMahon saw Goldberg be that good and decided, well, I don't like Stone Cold anymore. I gotta have a Goldberg, and they turned fucking Stone Cold into Goldberg. Oh well, it's gonna work. I know that would fucking cringe and a half, but do you see what I'm driving at?
Yeah,
it's fucking makes no goddamn sense.
And
defense.
Let's not forget the counter programming, because obviously the very same day AEW do All Out in Chicago, NXT is in Chicago with Worlds Collide and AAA. And guess who's going to be there? CM Punk.
Hey, shocker.
So Worlds Collide is actually in September, but NXT Heat Wave, and there is another AAA show that is on the same day. But I know, obviously, everyone knows I love NXT, but I'm going to be watching All In over NXT. But even though my girl Kendall's facing Kalani, and obviously Zilla's going to be there with Santana, Grayson Waller, and Tony D, I'm going to be watching All In. So, that's not right now.
I got 1,000 points for Netflix, and you got 1,000 because it really pissed me off.
Yes, I agree.
This is 2 weeks in a row now. I understand WWE have commercials, and it's usually, Club WWE or whatever. Something that is relative to WWE plugging something. But when you pay for a Netflix package with no ads, you expect no general ads, right?
You would think.
However, I think there was about 3 or 4 ad breaks on Raw where there's a match going on. I think Austin Theory was in it. And then next thing you know, hey, there's tampons or maxi pads.
Yep.
Raw was littered with ads for nappies and period pads.
Jesus Christ.
And yet we pay for no ads. I
don't see tampons when I'm watching wrestling.
I wouldn't even have minded. Hey, we'll be right back. Doon, doon, doon. Because I expect that.
Yeah, just even like a fucking you're gonna leave me. I hate saying it like that because I know how fucked up it is, and I know any blank airtime is an opportunity to make money for sponsors. But I would rather you give me 30 seconds of blank air and bullshit music, leaving my anticipations high, than me being taken completely out of what I'm watching with a MaxiPad commercial. Like, I get it. I'm not the fucking most macho man in the world, and I can't deal with a tampon or a pad, whatever. I don't give a no. That's not what I'm referring to. The fact is I'm getting all this in the middle of this fucking show when I'm getting more ad breaks than I fucking should. In general, I shouldn't even get this ad break. The fact that you have to cut the commercial and I have to see the ad that I'm paying not to see is ridiculous. Are you going to give me a refund? Are you going to cut me some kind of fucking check difference? You know what I mean? Am I going to get paid by WWE now? $3.33 a fucking, a month for, you got ads? Okay, well, here's your payback for the ads. Is that what we're going to start doing? No, because they're fucking money-grubbing bastards, and they're not going to be, they're greedy. They're going to be that way, which is fine. I don't give a shit. But that's the crazy bit. You're paying for no fucking ads. I don't want your fucking ads. Just give me but they used to I swear to God they did that for a while. Especially when the network was around. If they were they had a commercial they needed to cut to or whatever, and they didn't have an ad to fill, you just had blank air for not blank air, but you had the little background and music for 30, 40 seconds.
Yeah.
So why can't we do that? Especially on Netflix.
Unless it was deliberate and Triple H is on the phone with Netflix over the weekend going, hey, Punk made a very controversial joke about endometriosis, so we need to show that we support the menstrual cycle. Throw a load of tampon pads on there.
I shouldn't say what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. If that's how strongly he feels, then put their fucking ad in your ring.
Raw, sponsored by Tampax.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna go that far, bud.
To be fair, Dom Mysterio's got to deal with dude wipes.
Oh, hey. Yeah, that's not much better.
I think I might need to add points to TK. Why are you putting Kenny and Will in these absolute pointless matches? What if one of them gets injured before All In? What did they have to do? Call Max?
I think that's why they made him six-man tag matches. But it was a Don Callis family I feel bad for, because it was literally the 6 least imposing members.
I was like, they got 10 guys. Yeah, and you got all these dudes, you're looking at wasted, you could have been better, you could be doing something better, and you're like, oh, I feel so bad for you guys now.
Lance Archer is the one that hurts me the most, because when he was with Jake Roberts, I was thinking that's world champion material.
Yeah,
not Jake Roberts run, but you add. I think for me it was a lot of the momentum that came from New Japan into the Jake fucking the Snake, with having him right there and all that. It was fucking hitting, and the crazy bit, and God rest his soul to Brody, but it was dude, we had big men. You know what I mean? We had him, we had Archer. This felt like you could have those monsters, and then the guys like Kenny and the MJF overcoming the monsters, the old-fashioned WWE booking or whatever. But in that instance, Archer could get over. Archer was over. At least I thought he was over. You know what I mean? And TK was like, I don't like Jake talking that much. How do you not like Jake talking? How do you not like Jake the Streak talking? Seriously.
Jake's one of the best talkers ever.
Yeah.
He's up there with Piper. What's the other one? Why is Maya Will facing Willow? Because that could derail Maya's momentum. The booking of Persephone really needs to be fucking questioned.
Yep.
And there was something
That's right,
else.
dual contract. I was just going to say, she is signed. She's on a fucking dual contract, and this is how you treat her. That makes me a little more angry.
Yep, Persephone, she's still very young. I think she's only about 24? 21?
Yeah, something like that.
3, but I think you might be right on 24.
And there was something else that Tony did, something stupid. Actually, no, I think that's it. But if I can find out what it was, I'll get
How many points?
Give 100 for TK. I'm going to be a little bit lenient.
That's lenient.
Okay. I kind of feel bad for this one because he's only just debuted. But Zilla Fatu, I'm going to give 50 points. The promo wasn't great. You show up dressed like 2000 Dwayne, but the mic skills of Dwayne Gill.
Oh,
Yeah, I agree with that.
It was
yeah, not a talker.
Zilla's not the best on the mic. I got a good solution. Put him with Paul Heyman. I'm still with Cass being paired up with Paul Heyman first.
It was the early The Rock cosplay that threw me. Because look, we know you're part of this massive, giant-ass fucking family where nobody knows who's related to who. It's like the Targaryens. But you're going to get those comparisons. Don't feed them.
You think simple is that simple, but it really isn't. No, I didn't know he couldn't cut a promo.
It was awkward.
He couldn't cut a promo. And I'm like, oh, all right, I'm a little excited. Let me watch the kid. Again, I'm on vacation. I got nothing better to do. So fuck it. I'll watch it. I'll hang out, watch the kid. And I'm like, who, what? Who the fuck are you really? Are you sure you're a Fatu? Like, because even as much as I can't stand him, even Jay can cut a promo, kind of, sort of. So it's like, yeah, exactly. If you can't cut at least a fucking J level promo, oh god, but it can't be. It's obviously it's not going to happen for him. You know what I mean? The last name in itself, it's going to help keep him afloat. He does need a manager. I don't know if I want to pull the ticket or pull the trigger on a fucking Paul Heyman already. I feel like that's coming though, but. For which part of the whom? You know what I mean? Is he going to go back for Roman and he's just going to be a part of the fucking bloodline and we're just going to have the bloodline for another 2 years until till Zilla learns how to fucking talk or like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm afraid about it. But that's also why it's smart to have him in NXT. It's smart to have him in the minor leagues, in the academy, if you will, learning, because this is where he's going to make his bread and butter. And when he gets, and I'm thinking it's just comfort, when he gets comfortable and when he has that ability to talk, because he's got excellent teachers at the fucking Performance Center, he will find his own. For right now, let his wrestling do the talking. That's it. Let the wrestling do the talking. I feel bad for him though. Yeah, but like he does deserve points. You can't dress up like Uncle Dewey and give me an Uncle Stewie. You know what I mean?
Love that. Love it.
Yeah, some of the promos, it reminded me of like, you know what? Even Bret Hart wasn't the best promo cutter, but it reminded me of the kick Bret's leg out of his leg promo, which Owen dropped. Yeah,
Bret was terrible. God damn. Oh, I love him though.
Well, that's why you're sitting there with a bad leg, and that's why I kicked your leg out of your other leg or something.
Oh, God.
I can't. Don't fucking make me think it.
It was that level of a promo.
I fucking miss Brett.
Is there anyone else that's done anything stupid this week? WWE came nearly close to there. It took the belt off Chelsea Green. Actually, yeah, add another 100. Because the booking of Julia losing to Mia Yim on main event.
What? Oh, it's fucking main event, man.
Mm-hmm.
Main event's boring. And the booking of Lyra Valkyria. So
that point up all day long.
Jesus.
Because why have you turned this woman heel and she's barely on television? Put this woman for the Intercontinental title, but then again, I think Raquel will do okay with the belt if she defends the fucking thing.
That's gonna be the thing, bro. They're gonna prolong that too until they find the right feud, and it's gonna be one of these things where WWE is gonna continuously fucking drag shit out. Consistently drag shit out. Your 30-day clause, we've been known for years, but I think it's a running joke for us at this fucking point. It don't exist.
No.
And so we're not going to see her defend a fucking thing, bud. Not for a minute. And it's going to be shit. And it's going to be shit. And it's going to be another bad fucking run for somebody who deserves a good run. Hell, the belt alone deserves a good run. And look at all the wasted talent. Look at all the wasted talent just sitting there in a pool. And some of them are starting to leave.
Yeah. It's the Judgment Day thing now. You win a title, you don't defend it for 100 days.
105.
And so, when are they finally going to get this trigger on Roxanne Perez? Just get her out of the fucking group.
But
she can do anything. She's good at promo. She's a fucking excellent wrestler. She has good charisma. Get her out of there.
Yeah.
I think she's like the biggest hit. I don't want to say hit. She's the one being held the most back right now. Out of everybody in that group, you are literally, she's chained. She's chained to a pole. And just, you need, again, we kept talking about it. Like, look how good of a fucking impact Chelsea Green had. Now look at what's going on. There's momentum in your women's division. You have one sitting there. Right there.
Yep.
Who's got everything you need, who's young as hell, who can get over with the people like that. So, again, what in the fuck are we doing? How is simplicity not that simple? Where's Michael Hayes at again for advocating for people? What the fuck?
I've seen it since day one in NXT. I know she can do it. She's backed it up in the ring. She beat Mandy Rose for the title, and that was literally impossible at one point. But obviously, we knew why Mandy was getting fired. She beat Lyra, and I thought was a very good match at Stand and Deliver. She held the belt for nearly a year, so we know what this kid can do. She's fucking fantastic in the ring.
Wasn't she the first ever Ring of Honor Women's Champion?
Roxanne Perez?
Back when she was Roxy?
Oh, yeah. I want to say he might be right on that one because it used to be... What do they call it? It used to be a different women's championship, but they didn't call... I don't think they called it something different. Because if I'm not mistaken, that was Iwatani that won it first. But I could be wrong with that as well.
Yeah, she was the first Ring of Honor Women's Champion. Beat Miranda Elise, and then she dropped to Deonna Purrazzo.
Oh, that's right. This is under the TK brand.
Oh yeah.
It's under the TK brand. Yeah, I remember when. Okay. I'm thinking just before that when they first brought the belt back. But former Ring of Honor Women's Champion. But again, and I hate saying it like this, but. You know she's attractive as all holy fuck, right? Like I'm just let's be men for a second. You know she's fucking hot as shit, right? Mm-hmm. Why aren't you just pushing that? What the fuck? Like look at all the other girls or women or I was gonna say broads. Look at all the other performers we've had back in the day that were pushed simply off of looks. I'm trying to think.
You know what? Do you know how old she was? You said she's still young and everything. You know how old she was when she won that Ring of Honor World Championship? The first women's champion? She was 19.
19, yeah. I was going to say, yeah, she was a teenager. I remember that. She was a teenager. But it was, she needs the opportunity. I just don't get, like, what was it? Lacey Evans. Look at when Lacey Evans could fucking wrestle out of a wild damn wet paper bag. Oh, God, but because she was blonde and good looking... Look at the push she fucking got.
With big hoo-has.
So then let's fucking play the Uno reverse card. Let's get a fucking young little Latina with a nice ass and get her on fucking television. You look at your popularity. Look, where's your big massive star with the torn ACL still getting more fucking Twitter likes than you guys are on a regular basis. The fucking main page of WWE. Why aren't you doing the same fucking thing with Roxanne? Why? Because you want to just keep her in this bubble of the fucking group that has been not a group for, I want to say 2 years.
It's been ass.
Yeah.
Just absolutely wasteful. Absolutely wasteful.
It's disgusting.
Any last ones before we move on?
I think that's it.
All right. So I'm going to end it with a little reel. It's not exactly wrestling related, but 5,000 points for Hollywood.
Okay.
And not just for Hayden Panettiere, but just for fucking up everybody's lives.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
God
you.
rest
For being corrupt pieces of shit. When all people want to do is act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Unbelievable.
I don't know if you heard more about this, but if I could extend on that a little bit, apparently, I'm gonna match those points, I guess, to the fucking American Doctors Association, whatever fucking American medicine, if you want, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Apparently, she was telling people that she was hearing voices. Shit was unsafe. She wasn't feeling right. Things weren't okay, and they just continued to up her medication because that fixes everything.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
It's a shame.
Absolute bullshit.
So, this week more than ever, go to the wall. Those are this week's wankers. Go point and laugh and sign your name and tell them they're assholes.
Complete assholes, and how dare you? How dare you? Luckily, though, there's not all evil in the world. We got some good, and there means some good people. So, these ain't the wakers. They're the opposite. It's time to award them some points on the bruv board.
Bruv. Okay, I was going to kick it off with a very easy one, but I hope you're on the same wavelength.
No, actually,
be.
I have a different way. This one's going to be one that's a little bit. I don't think you guys have seen it yet. So, not necessarily unwrestling related, but we talked about Hollywood and the negative impact. I want to talk about something that has been brought a lot more attention this year that I've seen: the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge.
Oh, yep.
I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that's participated in it. The wrestling community's biggest, I guess, not advocate for it, but everyone's biggest shout out is for Rebel. You know, I pray for her to get better, but we all know how the disease is, unfortunately. I get to now embrace a little bit of something for myself. I have a family member that is also battling ALS, and she is an absolute fucking warrior. She's not my aunt, but she is related to my wife. We call her she's our Thea Linda, as we love to call her. My son joined the cause on his little social media, on his Instagram and on his TikTok, doing the Ice Bucket Challenge in her favor. So I know I'm a dad or whatever. I'm just whatever, and I'm going to show him this later. I want to give Lucas, my son, little Lucas, 1,500 points. I know it's a whole bunch of things. It's all well deserved.
Yeah.
For jumping in and being a part of the Ice Bucket Challenge, for being courageous enough, for standing up for a disease that nobody knows where it's coming from or what it's all about. Massive shout out to him, and for everyone out there that's dealing with this, whether it's in your family or just hitting you heartstrings wise, especially with all the fandom and wrestling and everything entertainment wise. Do the Ice Bucket Challenge. Be a part. Spread awareness. I don't care if you've got 10 followers or if you got 1 million followers. Everyone should be doing this challenge. Everyone should be bringing awareness to this terrible, terrible disease that's taking family members from us. Contribute how you can. Shout out to my son for hopping on the bandwagon. I'll be next, but I'm going to be doing mine live from Snapdragon Stadium in front of the game. So, little spoiler alert. Yeah, we're not done. We are not done. We got more coming, so don't trip, tater chip. For those that are battling out there, you're absolute fucking heroes. Keep up the fight.
Yeah. I did it twice. The last time it was a viral thing, and that shit's cold. It's not funny. It's cold.
That's why I gave him 1,500, but
I remember when we did the first one. Obviously, the location is going to be unnamed. Mm-hmm. Remember, I think you and Craig did it on me, and then you got the hose pipe afterwards, and it was more cold. I was fucking freezing. Bastards. So if we're going to go on top, obviously we're going to talk about ALS. Every week, 3,000 points to Rebel. She is just a fucking legend in all of this. So give 3,000 points to Rebel.
Yeah.
Each week.
I like it.
Get well soon, Rebel. We love you.
So on a more upbeat one, Chelsea Green, very easy addition on the breadboard this week. That segment was incredible. And the entire fan base is behind you. So, 1,000 points.
1,000 points. Love it. I pledge allegiance to Chelsea Green.
You nearly had me cutting onions with that fucking promo.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, she nailed it. Go on, add another 1,000 from me. And
Two American heroes, sure.
I give 500 as well to Nick Aldis because the promo, it was just fantastic, magnificent. Because I was saying to Daz, I think unfortunately you weren't around, Mo, I was going to say, well, somebody did something stupid, so the extra match was set to be recorded, but thankfully it didn't happen, so I had to put my phone down. So Chelsea Green, fantastic.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then my only other one that I've got noted is Solo motherfucking Sikoa.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Just
Hell.
so come into his own, and found a role that works.
Oh yeah, he has.
And that spike to Roman on Raw, I did burst out laughing.
So did I. I thought it was hilarious.
That was
and then
great.
I love the exchange between him and LA Knight. He's, oh yeah, man, I totally owe you one. You owe me. I owe you. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Both of you guys just owe me. Let's just make it easy. You know what I mean? But I was like, wait, what? But I get it. You know what I mean? Because you're trying to hopefully help him out towards a match, or should help maybe LA win against fucking Roman, which won't happen. But still, love what they're doing with Solo. I'm glad that he's just allowed to be a big goofball.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it just works. So don't change things.
What I'm really loving is the pew.
The pew should never die, and it needs to be on a shirt yesterday.
I mean, if you need an indication of how over Solo is right now, I don't know if you noticed last week, but for years, Kenny Omega has been the closing signature for Max Wrestling with his bang. And last week we replaced it with Solo Sikoa. So,
More bang, big old pew.
Pew.
so I'm going to
Love
give him
it.
500 points.
Well deserved.
I'll give 100 points to WWE because they got something right. What must Mandy Rose be fucking feeling right now? Because obviously you had JC winning the United States title, you got Fallon and Laney are the tag team champions. Mandy Rose could have had that, but she hadn't got her knockers and good bits out. That's where you could have had the Toxic Attraction, but Fatal Influence absolutely killing it right now. So I'll give 500.
They
I'll
really
give
are.
100 to WWE and 100 to JC Jane because it was not a bad match with Tiffany, but
No,
I
yeah.
think JC's killing it right now.
I'm happy for JC, but I kind of expected Tiffany to hold it for a little longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a bad decision, just a little early, I think. Early for Tiffany to drop it, not early for JC to win it. It's a real fucking double-edged sword.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That part.
I agree. I'm with you on that one. Yeah, I'm
for
very happy for JC.
greatly improving on their first promo segment, 50 points each to Kevin Owens and CM Punk. I think.
Yeah.
That segment should have been their first one.
Mm-hmm.
Minus the controversial joke from Punk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nah, leave it all in there. I love it.
It was a bit of a head scratcher.
Love it.
Let's have a look. Who else?
I don't understand how you guys aren't giving Kenny points for just being the cleaner.
Oh.
So I got to do it. 250 for Kenny because I need Kenny to say, I need this like on just like a fucking recording. And it needs to be my new text message thing now where it's like, I've got one thing to say to you, security. that needs to be my new fucking text message tone. Like just because it just sounded so awesome. That or just the way he said British speech. Like either one of those works for me. Either one works for me.
Can we make it 255 so that he ends up on a round number?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Absolutely.
I think if we're going to do that, then I think we've got to give the round number then to Will, because I thought it was a very good promo by Will Ospreay as well.
The concussions have got to him though. It took a while to register. He got called a bitch.
Ospreay's on 1,930, so give
Is it-
70 to Ospreay. We'll get him on the big 2,000.
Will's in 1930.
1930.
Let's get him to 2,000.
All right. 100 points each to Stephanie Vacker and Becky Lynch. They're pretty much carrying the feud. Liv's doing fuck all. And I can't wait to see him go at it.
Yeah, I can't wait for her to lose the goddamn belt.
Right.
Can that happen? Can we make that happen? Fucking hell. She's so boring. Like how does that happen? Like I know how good Becky, and I know I'm going to rant, I don't give a shit. But like I know how good Becky is, but like she's been gone forever and then flip-flopping between fucking bad guy or bad girl and good girl. And now she's pretty much like the man all over again. And Liv's done a goddamn nothing, which still questions, why the fuck does she have the belt then? What are we doing? Like how, like, fuck. I know I make the Lacey Evans fucking excuse to me to go, but at least she can kind of sort of cut a promo.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Liv can't even do that.
No, Liv.
Lacey actually wasn't bad on.
I did like Lacey Evans, and then she
sucked in the ring.
She got a bit controversial afterwards. Liv also got engaged this past week, and I made the joke that, well, now she's not going to sleep with him for 100 days.
Got him.
Ooh.
The whole boy's gonna be like, "Wait, is he right?" He's like, "I don't celebrate my championship in public." Like, oh,
Smoke on the tears of the Liv Morgan stands who think that they still got a chance to shag her. So,
I mean, to be fair, Enzo did.
oh,
And Tyler Bate.
Yeah, Tyler Bate's an okay looking. Tyler Bate pulled Saul Rooker.
I'm about to say Tyler Bate
Yeah.
pulled some old son, boy. I tell you,
And
what,
Tony Storm.
he's a big strong boy.
Until Juice juiced her out.
Until Juice let it loose.
Fuck Juice.
I fucking
hate Juice for that. But Juice is a dude. I love Juice.
I don't think it was necessarily his actual idea, but 200 points to Rey Mysterio because this tournament is great. It is showcasing AAA talent. I'm a little pissed off that one of the matches took place in AAA because I thought they were all going to be on Raw, you know, introducing these AAA guys to the mainstream, but nope. However, it is kind of predictable that we're going towards Penta and Rey Fenix.
I can't wait.
But we are going to get La Parka. I understand why we didn't get Psycho Clown on Raw because you can't be ripping your face off in front of the kids.
I was just about to say, I was like, come on, bro. Really? You think we're going to let that happen on fucking WWE television?
We're going to have to keep that one in Mexico.
But I was hoping
over there, pal.
the second I seen Psycho Clown, I was like, he's not winning. But could you imagine? Could you imagine, you know, that be the final, like having Psycho Clown in WWE on a WWE show in front of WWE fans? They wouldn't know what the fuck to do with themselves, and I would be loving life. But they're not going to happen. It is definitely going to be fucking Phoenix and Penta one-on-one, and it's going to fucking bang. I swear to you, it's going to bang.
I got 50 points for Booker T as well. For the joke he made. Normally I hate his commentary, but the joke about La Parka, obviously the joke is this is like the third version of La Parka because the mantle keeps getting handed down, and Booker was just like, I wrestled this guy, how's he still going?
You gotta love Book.
I've never laughed so hard at a fucking like 6-word sentence in my whole life, and I've got people like staring at me like I don't understand the joke, and I'm like, never mind. And then once I explained it to my wife, and she's like, "Oh, that's fucking stupid," and I was like, "See, do you understand it now?" And she's like, I totally get it." And then I explained to her the whole story and how many times and why and blah 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 blah, and she's like, "Mexican wrestling is weird." I'm like, "Oh, like a motherfucker, but it's awesome. You should check it out."
Yeah. Like Beer said, I think Lucha Underground is back on Prime, so if you get a chance to definitely go check out Lucha Underground. It was a phase, and we miss it.
Oh, God, yes.
It was a fucking vibe is what it was. Oh, my God.
I'm going to yell this. Bring it back!
Please.
One.
Why did Lucha Underground go down? Because I thought it was really popular.
They didn't have an El Rey didn't keep them. That's all. And because they didn't keep them, they didn't know where to. I think they were supposed to get a TV somewhere, but I don't know where they were going to get TV at.
I swore they announced it was coming back. So I remember Taya Valkyrie actually retweeted. She was like, "What?
It did come back for MLW.
Oh, I'm gonna rewatch it."
Yeah, and then it came back, and it was like this weird thing where they kind of like engulfed. I wouldn't say engulfed, but they kind of engulfed Lucha Underground into MLW, and then MLW got kind of weird for a bit. It wasn't the same thing. Lucha Underground needs to come back into its own whatever, and if that means like guys have to play a different role, like if Ricochet shows up from AEW and has a mask in his hand, it's oh wait, like why not piece that kind of shit together? That's what I'm like. Just fucking go out there and have some fun. You know what I mean? Like make it like a Street Fighter. You know what I mean? You as a wrestler in this outside company have to change your persona to go into this underground and fucking brawling shit. It just sounds cool. I don't know. It sounds like a badass action movie, like Bloodsport.
Oh yeah.
Well, hopefully it gains some traction now that it's on Prime to relive and maybe come back. Any last additions for the Bruv board?
Well, we're obviously going to do our usuals.
Yeah. Yes. They get at it anyway. But I'll probably give an extra 50 points to Blake Monroe for finally getting a fucking match.
Yes.
Yeah, good on her. No, I think I'm good.
We've sorted out Kenny already. We've done well.
All right.
I'm trying to. There's definitely one more somewhere. We've done Nick Aldis already, haven't we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got points.
I think that's it from me, actually. Yeah.
All right. So of course we'll have the usual points for Rhea Ripley, even though she's not there. Io Sky, Blake Monroe, Kendall Gray, Obafemi, Danhausen.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're adding weekly points to Rebel as well.
And Saya Kimitani as well from
and Kimitani. All right, so we thank you for joining us, and just before we go, let's find out what cheap plugs are coming your way from the TSK.
TSK. Oh, lordy lord. I hate being that guy, but I got to say it like this. I've been slacking. So I was supposed to drop the 2 episodes that we did, which was like, I want to say SummerSlam and I think like a Dynasty, truth be told, because we didn't cover Double or Nothing. So those will be dropping likely this Sunday. As you can tell, I'm still on vacation, so I can't really do nothing from here. But those will be dropping. The boys are absolutely screaming with anticipation to get All In Wembley handled for y'all, and we will. However, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know if I'm going to make the live edition our episode or if we're going to do a live edition plus an episode. I don't know. But thanks to big shout out to Mike Larkin, the TSK will be going live either during the All In show or immediately following the All In show. We haven't decided yet, so when we know, you guys will know next week, since we still got another week until we're there. I got to talk to the boys about logistics, but that fun bit is happening. Again, massive shout out to Mike Larkin for setting that up. As far as everything else happening, I really do wish I could take some fucking credit for him, but massive shout out to Cypher, who's been covering who for last year couldn't tell you, could barely call football. He still would call it soccer. Couldn't tell you how to dribble. Didn't know what a cross was.
Offside rule.
Is the whole thing. He couldn't tell you off. He still called it offside.
Yeah.
He still called it offsides. So yes, he's fully engulfed. He's even starting to drop stuff on his own channel because I've been slacking for him, which is my own bad. So I'm gonna have to make him his own little intro and whatever, so he can keep going. So he's covering Charlotte FC full blower, like full bore. Like this, my man is on top of it. So if you need somebody to cover your Charlotte FC, Cypher's got you. He's new to the game, but don't trip. He's as informed as all holy hell. The only reason I have not been pumping out stuff for San Diego FC and some Spurs content coming, don't trip, is because I'm on vacation. When I return home on Sunday, there should be reviews from actually both games, and the content's about to get bananas. So lots of stuff from the TSK, lots of stuff from Max Footy Pod, and God only knows what else could be coming down the pipeline. Maybe I'll try to get some Lucha Underground review happening. I don't know. I'm fucking bored at work until I go home. So you never know what's really going to go down. But it's not just me doing work on the side. My man Beer's got a whole bunch of stuff he's handling. Maybe he wants to look into Lucha Underground, but let's find out what Beer's got coming down the pipeline.
Yep, you're right. I am thinking about doing Lucha Underground as well.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Amazon Prime. I love you, Amazon Prime. Yeah, I have been extremely slacking. Obviously, my hours are just a pain in the ass at the minute. Back to Black and Gold. I will do my absolute best to get some episodes dropped. There might even be a day where I may even have to spend about 12 hours watching NXT. 12, so I can get as much recordings as I possibly can. There's literally going to be... I might review the United games. Obviously, we play on Saturday morning against Hull. Probably going to lose, but, we suck. So, there's something else I was planning. All In. I am going to be reviewing All In, and I will be reviewing Heatwave, as we got that very soon. And I got to get myself ready for my unfair triple threat match that I've got at All For One. So, a new petition is going to get signed. I'm going to make sure my cat signs it. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, it's at JMB434. Click the like button. Hit the bell buttons. It'll come straight to you. If not, I will get Ari Emanuel to put you in the main event of WrestleMania and then get RKO'd by Randy Orton.
Oh, don't do it.
And the petition will be available at www.justiceforbeer.org.uk.com.
That's not very nice.
Real quick too, just popped into my head, if anybody else is making that transition from like NFL to European football, I would recommend watching Mean Machine, because it's literally
I just got done watching it. Oh, it's so good.
It is literally the British remake of The Longest Yard with Vinnie Jones.
But the way funnier version, the Adam Sandler version. Okay, I know a lot of you guys watch the old Longest Yard. I think with Burt Reynolds. As funny as that one was for that era, Mean Machine is funny regardless of the era. I just got done rewatching that thing yesterday. Vinnie Jones is the man. If you really want to see Jason Statham in a different light, watch Mean Machine. Oh my God. Holy shit. Why isn't he doing more comedy? Holy crap.
Jason Statham's man.
I love that guy. Oh my goodness. So for more crazy British content and all the other fun stuff, make sure you're following us on all the fun socials. Follow us on the Evil Twitter Machine, Max Wrestling UK, Captain 512, SMR Podnet, JM Beer 434, and of course the Max Footy Pod.
Yeah.
And also, there is another football one to watch. It is called Mike Bassett, England Manager. Absolutely going.
Ooh.
Dude, must watch. Must watch. It's
England will play 4-4-2.
Fucking 2. And also check out our website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com, and don't forget to sub or follow on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and all the social media platforms. As we keep saying, you could be very old, you could be very young. We welcome all members. You could have joined the promo climax. You could enter trivia. You could do promos. Join us. We always have room for more.
Yeah, there's 10 competitors in the climax this year, and join us next week for it all to kick off at All For One. There's another football joke. It begins with 2 matches. It begins with the Battle of the Slaboviches and Beer versus AT Rustler. Plus, the Phoenix defends the World Championship against Chris Reed, and Beer now has 2 challengers for his Knowledge Championship. Goodbye, mwah, and good night. Pew!
Good feeling, Chad. Good feeling.
Is everybody all right back there?